Hey again, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. And today I want to talk about marriage material. Now, here's the thing with that. You see, a lot of North American women, you know, for them, one of their goal is to get married. I mean, a lot of women, you know, want to get married. That's fine, but there's also a problem with that because the truth of the matter is not a lot of you are marriage material. And be real with that. You know what I mean? Not because everybody's doing something that means it's for you. Because it's not about a guy getting down on one knee and proposing. It's not about having that fancy fairy tale wedding. It's about after the fact. After you tied a knot, you got married, and now you're in a marriage. A lot of questions a lot of people don't ask themselves before they go into that place. You know what I mean? And some of the questions are for a woman. Do you want to have kids? Do you know if he wants to have kids? Are you willing to cook, clean, hold the house down? What are you willing to do and what are you willing to compromise and what are you willing to sacrifice? Because the relationship is not one-sided. There's another side. And when you go into a relationship and you're ignorant and you're selfish, it's not going to last because you have to understand that when you're in a relationship with another person, you really have to consider them and what they want because if you're just going it for you and you're just going it for the thought, because a lot of people they truly don't really understand marriage. For them, it's an idea. They have an idea in their head of what they think it should be and what it is. And then when they get into it and they realize it's not what it is, then most of them walk away from the relationship. And marriage are like a revolving door these days where they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. And what it really, really clearly shows is that a lot of people aren't marriage material. What are you willing to sacrifice? What about yourself are you willing to change? Because no matter if you want to believe it or not, relationship change us all, right? And too many times a lot of people go into a relationship and you're not considering the other person and you're not thinking about what the other person want. It's all about me, 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 me. And when you're a me, me, me individual, you're better off staying by yourself. I mean, let's be real with it, right? Because if you can't live with someone and learn to cooperate with someone and give a little and make sacrifices, then it won't work. You're a person that should be single and don't think and even get into the thought of even getting married. Because when you talk about marriage, you're talking about two people and what two people are willing to give, right? And the problem is a lot of people don't want to give. A lot of people don't want to break old habits, and a lot of people want to be in a relationship but are single. A lot of these people that in a relationship but they really are single. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is before you get into something, ask yourself a lot of questions. Am I willing? Am I ready? And if you're not willing and you're not ready, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Just take your time, and when you get there, you get there. But do not try to put yourself in a position that you're not. If you're not marriage material, you have to really understand and realize that it's okay. Maybe it's not for you, but don't try to force yourself in a square if you're a circle. It's just not going to fit and it's going to be a problem, right? Not because everybody says that everybody's getting married, that means it's for you. You should get married too. And this is the idea. And this is the kind of, I guess, teaching society tells us is that do what everybody else is doing. So you do what everybody else is doing and you get married because you think you are get married or that's you're told, then what's going to happen is you're going to end up like everybody else or most people. You're going to end up being divorced. So you have to really ask yourself the question, am I marriage material? And be cool if you're not. Be honest with yourself because it doesn't make sense for you to waste somebody else's time because you think it's a good idea or something to do. Marriage about loving someone and doing it 50-50. And like I said, a lot of people are in this idea if it breaks, don't fix it. If it breaks, buy a new one. But if you if you carry the same belief in your relationship, then that's pretty much what it's going to be. And you will never be with anyone. So listen, if you're not marriage material, that's okay. Be cool with it and accept it. But don't try to force yourself in a situation that you're not. Don't try to be a wife if you know you're not ready to be a wife, because there's a lot more to know when you're going to a relationship. Okay? So, like I said, always think about the next person, and as long as you're willing to give, it's going to work. Okay, so until next time, be safe and look out for my next video. We'll be dropping next week. Okay, take care.